afternoon. Oh, wait, hold on. I haven't started yet. Hold on. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Today I have Emilio with us. He's part of our cnMaestro team, and he'll be going into Cambium's network lifecycle and going into the details of specific applications. I just want to remind everyone, if you have any questions, please type those into the chat window on the right side, and we will take those as we go along. But without further ado, Emilio, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon as well. We're looking forward today to providing just some updates on cnMaestro and its capabilities and how it can be used. Let's see here. So just for folks who may be a little new to cnMaestro, from a high-level perspective, this is Cambium's new management platform that's designed to deliver management for all of your Cambium products, starting with ePMP and Wi-Fi, but soon including point-to-multipoint, PTP as well. cnMaestro's vision is to begin with basic network management functionalities, but over time extending to include planning and support functionality to make owning your equipment and maintaining it simpler. cnMaestro is built for the cloud, but will also be deployable on premises. The current release is available in Cambium's cloud, which is hosted on Amazon Web Services, and giving us the stability and scalability of Amazon. The platform is easy to get started, eliminating any need for server hardware. Cambium automatically handles updating the application and adding new device software. And the application itself is highly available with redundant databases and redundant application servers. But for folks that have a requirement where they need to host their own instance of cnMaestro locally, we will be releasing the cnMaestro on-premise soon, by the end of Q2. It will be released as a virtual machine OVA archive that can be installed on a VMware ESXi bare metal hypervisor, as well as either a workstation player or VirtualBox. The OVA is essentially a self-contained environment providing the same functionality as you can get in cnMaestro Cloud, and then it will essentially be a standalone application that can exist within your network. The hardware requirements for cnMaestro on-premise will vary depending on the number of devices that you're looking to manage. So if you're looking to manage just a few hundred, then a modern laptop would be sufficient. But if you're looking to manage many thousands, we'll be publishing some guidelines soon to provide some guidance on the hardware requirements in that scenario. For cnMaestro, makes managing devices more simple. When using cnMaestro Cloud, in both cases, unlike a typical network management application where the network manager periodically scans for devices in a subnet range, with cnMaestro the devices have a device agent, and they discover cnMaestro, whether it's on-premise or in the Cambium Cloud. For the cloud-hosted solution, the management traffic is all over HTTPS, so only port 4043 needs to be open, which makes it firewall friendly, as generally that's a port that would be open for user traffic. The application can be accessed from anywhere. The client side uses a standard web browser and provides full visibility of your network. Creating an account on cloud is pretty straightforward. You can just navigate to cloud.cambiumnetworks.com and create an account. One of our customers that's currently using cnMaestro is located in Iowa. This is Night Owl Wireless, a residential service provider with a network size of under 500 subs, and they're using cnMaestro to manage their EPMP portion of their network. And you know, in speaking with Night Owl, you know, he basically said that you know, when EPMP customer calls, he leverages cnMaestro first to see the status of the customer, signal strength and throughput, and this kind of makes it easy to kind of quickly assess that customer's situation. One of the features in cnMaestro that makes it easy to do that when a customer calls is the search bar at the top of the device tree. In the search bar, you can search for a device or a customer based on a number of parameters, whether it's the device name. So in the scenario where you name your devices with your customer name, you can search by customer name, IP, MAC, serial number. It'll quickly find any matches, and you can click on a match and then immediately go to a dedicated dashboard for that customer. We do have, if you're deploying our new CM Pilot Wi-Fi devices, let's say our R200 or 201 home Wi-Fi hotspots in your customer premise, then from here you could expand within the device tree and now also see the status of the hotspot and get visibility of the clients in the home. Within cnMaestro, one of the powerful features is the end-to-end troubleshooting view. And in the scenario we just described, at that customer premise, you could see the service impacting devices for this customer. In this graphic above, we're showing the access point on the tower, the status of the SM at the customer premise, and then the status of the Wi-Fi hotspot in their home. And then at the bottom of the screen provides a lot of the Wi-Fi client detail about their smartphones or tablets, Wi-Fi devices, and that helps isolate whether you're having an issue getting service to the house or whether there's networking and wireless issues inside the customer home. And the benefit of this is that call center operators can debug issues more quickly, you know, reducing costs for support centers, and also improving the customer experience since they're not being asked to jump through hoops, running through experiments to debug. cnMaestro also provides the ability to configure devices, either devices that are already deployed, or there's an option to pre-provision devices that have yet to be onboarded. There's a knowledge-based post at the link shown below that walks through an example of how someone can create some configuration templates for EPMP to define gold, silver, and bronze service levels. And in this example, the MIR settings or the max information rates are set as in this table. And what the knowledge base post walks you through is how you can create this template for the ePMP access points to define these service levels, and then how to create a gold, silver, and bronze template for SMs. Once you would do this, you could then use for further provisioning of ePMP SMs that are either deployed and switching service, or when onboarding a new SM, you can use this GUI-based approach to set their service level. Today, cnMaestro provides the features such as the device tree, providing a hierarchical view of your network, troubleshooting view like we saw with the end-to-end AP-SM Wi-Fi example. It also provides an alarm and notification subsystem where alarms are stateful, and once the problem condition goes away, they're automatically cleared and moved to alarm history. There's inventory, tabular views of devices where you can view all your access points or all your SMs and see the associated stats, as well as historical information. Currently, 1 week of history is provided. cnMaestro also supports bulk image upgrade on your devices, and again, in the cloud version, one of the convenient features is that as device teams release new software versions, the new versions are automatically appear within cnMaestro. We can do template-based configuration today, as we just kind of walked through or discussed the example of setting service levels on ePMP. And there's maps. Data can be visualized in maps, not just up-down status, but also link quality and session drops, etc. cnMaestro supports zero-touch onboarding when devices connect to it, so and you can pre-configure devices for software upgrades you'd like them to receive, or configurations that you'd like to be pushed. And it supports multiple administrators. In the free version that we're offering today, this is limited to 3 unique administrators, although it does support concurrent logins. I know lots of folks have been looking forward to support for the PMP platform in cnMaestro, and we're getting close to supporting that. So a June release of PMP software platform will be compatible with cnMaestro, but we will start beta testing shortly in early May. When PMP is supported, it will include all of the existing functionality that is supported in cnMaestro today, onboarding, monitoring, troubleshooting, software upgrade, and configuration. And if you're interested in participating in the beta, we'll post messages on the forum as well as on the cnMaestro product page, and you can opt in. Once you opt in, we'll make sure that you get access to the PMP beta. In addition, cnMaestro on-premise, this is the self-hosted version, is targeted for release by the end of June, and we'll also be starting a closed beta for that in early May. For For this, similarly, we'll post messages on the forum and on the product page. And if you're interested in participating, you can submit an application, and it will be a closed beta, and we'll have to manage the number of beta customers that can be supported at any given time. But if you're interested, when we do post, please feel free to apply if you're interested. On the Wi-Fi side, for the end of June, there are a couple. One of the major feature enhancements is to support a GUI-based mechanism to configure Wi-Fi devices from cnMaestro. So for the Wi-Fi devices, when this is available, you can, rather than using text-based templates for configuration, you'll be able to use a UI wizard and mass configure or individually set details on individual devices, simplifying the configuration process. We'll also introduce Wi-Fi sites where you can group Wi-Fi APs and get some consolidated statistics or views. The sites will allow you to have upload floor plans, and there'll be a hosted captive portal and voucher features as well. As kind of a high-level roadmap, we have the 450 support in Q2. Q2 will also, in the May timeframe, I believe, or June, the CM Pilot will release the E500 outdoor AP. And as we talked about, there'll be some Wi-Fi controller features and UI configuration. In Q3, we'll begin to support PTP modes, so that introduces support for the PTP 650 monitoring and some targeted APIs that can be used to integrate cnMaestro with third-party applications. And by the end of the year, we're looking to develop an SNMP agent, which can be used to monitor legacy Cambium products like the PMP 100, 320, etc. Cambium is regarding pricing. We're still working on finalizing the plans and pricing, but Cambium is committed to having a free tier of cnMaestro to manage devices, which we will, but at some point there will be a paid version that will add premium features, and examples of premium features are things like published APIs and extended data retention on devices, such as 1 year of device history. For folks that are using or interested in using cnMaestro Cloud today, one thing to keep in mind is that as I mentioned before, that the devices themselves initiate communication to the management system. So as far as network requirements, devices don't need a public IP address to be managed by cnMaestro Cloud. But what is needed is a single point of NAT translation at the edge of your network. And the devices do need to be able to contact cloud.cambiumnetworks.com using port 443. Again, for customers that are currently using cnMaestro Cloud, there's been a persistent message on the tool. There's been a persistent excuse me. There's been a persistent message on the tool reminding to please upgrade to minimum versions of device firmware. In particular, if you're managing ePMP access points and SMs, please upgrade to version 2.61. This will improve the link between the device and the platform, and it will also help make the platform overall more efficient for all customers. At some point in the near future, probably within a month or so, devices that don't have the minimum software version will not connect to cnMaestro anymore until their device agent, until the device is rebooted, let's say, or the device agent is disabled and enabled. Either one of those would reconnect it. Lastly, just wanted to point out that if you are having troubles with or looking for just a quick overview of requirements to get devices connected to cnMaestro, and or if you're having a problem with an individual device that's giving a message that you don't understand, there is a nice post on the community knowledge base section for cnMaestro titled Onboarding Devices, and it provides a link to 4 subsequent posts going over details about onboarding, analyzing error statuses, checking the device and cnMaestro for connectivity, and then how to access device-side logs that can be helpful in understanding what's going on. And the link for this post is provided below. So again, if you'd like to start using cnMaestro Cloud today, the link is cloud.cambiumnetworks.com, and we'd be happy to have you get started managing your network. That's all I have. Are there any questions?
Yeah, Emilio, we have a couple questions here. Do we have any plans to create a Wi-Fi network design tool like Link Planner for indoor environments?
So I know that the Wi-Fi team has been working with some to be integrated into some existing third-party Wi-Fi planning tools. I'm sorry, I don't know the names of the existing tools right now, but I know that that we're looking to have support built in. You know, to get more details on that, I'd encourage you to post a question on the CN Pilot community forum, and I'm sure they could provide more feedback for you on that.
Fantastic. Let's see. Can we schedule time for upgrades and configuration processes when the radios are deployed?
Currently, what you can do is you can create a job, either a software upgrade job or a configuration job. There's an optional checkbox to say start immediately. If you by default, that is unchecked, which means that when you add the job, it gets added to the queue. But then, you know, you can start it at a time that's better for you. But if you're, you know, if the question is, hey, I don't want to get up at 2 in the morning to start the job, We do have a roadmap item to add schedulable jobs, but we don't currently have a committed date for that. But it's a common feature request. So we'll try to get it in there.
Let's see. Can we mute TX on ePMP from cnMaestro? It'd be nice to have some more detail in muting TX. By muting TX, do you mean like reducing the power to like its absolute minimum, maybe whatever that is, like -15 or something? No, he says to stop transmission at all.
Okay. So the way cnMaestro handles controlling the devices in that scenario right now is to control it via configuration file. So if ePMP has a parameter in its SNMP MIB, let's say that allows you to disable TX, then you could create a configuration template that would simply, toggle that enable disable and apply that to the device. I'd encourage you to, sorry I didn't put my email address in here, but reach out by sending an email. I'd be interested in learning more about the specific use case to see how you would like to use that, to see if that's something that that we can make easier to do. So for that, I'd ask you to just, if you'd like, send a follow-up email to solutions@cambiumnetworks.com with the details of the question, and the marketing team will forward it to me.
Let's see, we also have, can we schedule the sleep time for the E400?
I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that question. So I'm going to encourage you to post that on the CM Pilot forum. If you do, I'll make sure that it gets forwarded to the right folks quickly.
Okay, fantastic. Does anyone else have any further questions? Okay. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining. Like Emilio said, a lot of these questions obviously do get into a little bit of finer details, and that is very helpful to post on the forum, so it'll alert our product line managers as well, to give them something to think about. So I highly encourage everyone to go onto our community page in our forum and to post any thoughts, any stories that you guys have with implementing these in your network, as well as sharing all these posts on your social media pages, from Facebook to Twitter to LinkedIn. Please feel free to post those on there, and we will be in touch through there as well. Amelia, we do have another question that came in here. Can it send alerts via email?
We're looking to add email alerts in Q3. So today, today you log into the application to get the alarm status, but in Q3 we're looking to add email alerts.
Okay. Well, Amelia, I want to thank you for joining, and I want to thank everyone else for joining. Like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to post those again, and you will be getting this webinar sent to you. But without further ado, I just want to say thank you, and everyone have a good day and a good evening.
Thank you.